You know. So I was having this conversation again about like power. Okay. Because it's gonna occur. Okay. But it was telling me something nonetheless about like why they gave us freedom. Okay. And it goes to like, I'm sorry, unfortunately, the whole LBGTQ. And listen, it's not just the whole gender transition that's occurring, it's mental transition. Everybody want to be kings and queens. This freedom forces people to go from king and queen to Christian to loser back to winner and Christian again. You understand? But the voice was like, there's something about power. Like the creator gave you a particular power. Okay. And you do not have the freedom to change it. You know how ridiculous that sounds? Like, I don't want to be that. I want to be that. It's like, okay, that's what you want, right? So you have to understand that when the creator gives you a power by you saying, I want this kind of power, and you go to search for that said power, you water down the power that God gave you, the creator gave you. Okay. That's why I say you can't have two masters. You have to pick one. And you know what? It's not for nothing that they use television and program inside of people's minds to want to say, okay, if I'm going to have the kind of power I want to be Goku or Broly or all the antagonists out there they see on television. Totally disregarding what the creator had in plan for you and me. You understand? Now, voice in my head. I know he just saying it to make me laugh. Maybe he could be telling the truth for all I know. I'm fucked. He was like, listen. He was like, listen, motherfucker. For all you know, you wake up tomorrow, you got a bunny tail, your skin pink. You understand everything they don't want. Fuck. Why gotta have a bunny tail on shit? God damn. Like, but you can't, everybody like, I want this, I want to be Broly, or I want to be whoever. You understand? It's not for me to decide. I didn't even decide how I look. You understand? We don't have freedom. Not at all. Like, our hearts and minds are totally independent from one another. The heart, the mind, the lungs, the intestines, even the asshole, which is the king of all organs, if you ask me. I'm sorry, you understand? But nonetheless, like, it's this freedom of deciding you want to be something else instead of what you are. That's turning you into something you don't even know who you are anymore. You lost yourself to this identity they're giving us. Okay. And it's breaking you. And not for nothing, I already understand power is something that's grander than the Powerball jackpot and the Mega Million combined. That's why all these videos are all these cameras. Everybody just kind of like open to just secrecy and just giving it all. You understand? I'll wake up tomorrow understanding what my ability is. You'll never hear from me again. I'm sorry. I get it. I understand it. It's probably selfish, but nonetheless, I know how power is. Like nuclear energy was never supposed to be for bombs. Never. It was supposed to be for like nuclear power. But even then, now it's dangerous. It shouldn't even exist. But nonetheless, that's the kind. Like television, we don't have control of our own TVs. I don't care if they do put control in your hand. You can't decide what you watch on television. That they already decided that for you. Okay. And I already know, like, it's like I was telling a friend of mine, like, there's two animals I pick in the world that I decide to call myself. You're not supposed to call yourself a winner. Look at all the winners in the world. Okay. You're supposed to call yourself a loser. Most people out here want to be eagles. They want to fly. They don't want to fall to the mountain and have to pick out their claws, pick out their feathers, and break off their beak after every 30 years. And that's what's occurring with people right now. That whole emptiness you feeling, right? It's because you're at your 30, you're at your 40-year mark. Okay. And what happened is, you've been high in the sky with all this entitlement and all this luxury of being able to have somebody do for you just because you paid. It's over. And you know it. You just don't want to give it up. You don't want to fall to the mountains. You rather keep flying with the same old damn feathers. Not understanding that you can't even eat and speak right. Okay. And those claws, those extra long claws the eagle got, everybody violent. Everybody want to be violent. People want to be wrong and want you to come fight them to make them right. Okay. You don't want to go to the mountains and break off their beak and pluck out their feathers. It's too much pain, and you know it is. Okay. And I call myself a rat. That's what the voice is telling me, like, you're basically the equivalent of a rat. Because the rat can absorb all diseases and infections into itself because it has an immunity. Okay. The rat can teach you all the exits and entrance of every hole in a house. Okay. But people want to be lions. They want to be rhinos and Tyrannosaurus Rex without being the beta. Dudes out here, like, every time I see somebody in the comments, like, oh, that's a simp. We pray to one. I know they changed the name, but they pray to one. And I'm telling you, we all animals. Some of us are just other animals compared to others, but nonetheless, I know some snakes. Okay. And it's terrifying. It's a terrifying thought power. Terrifying. And I understand. That's why the rich are the way they are. They don't want to do their fair share. They don't want to work. Forget to pay. Anybody can pay to work. They don't want to work. They don't want to fall in the mountain. They rather use their money to stay high. You gotta fall sometimes. We all fall.